Hi folks, this is all the fruit. Here I have a very small fruited Laurel Cherry cultivar in ripe fruit, which is important because the unripe ones seem to be toxic. Actually, it was funny how I found it. I've been going up this little country road here for many years, and this summer in early September saw a couple small cherries lying down there. I mean, it's a steep country road, so around fruits roll very far. I wondered what it was. I mean, bird cherry time is over. Also the native Prunus padus, its season is over. Could be Prunus serotina from North America, but I don't remember a tree along this country road. I even wondered if it was hawthorn. No, too black. Or grapes. No, there are small grapes around here, especially the illegal Oberlin variety, but those sticks had seeds inside. So finally, when I came here at this mess, I saw that this Laurel Cherry, which is not the wild variety, it's a small fruited ornamental variety, is fruiting profusely. Well, my luck is that right next to it there is a variety with the more typical big leaves, more closely resembling the wild Laurel Cherry, and with bigger fruits. Now with Laurel cherries, I mean, I recently got a strike on my channel because I said that in Eastern cultures like Bulgaria, Ukraine, Turkey, Arabian countries, Iran, people eat apricot seeds, while in the West apricot seeds are bitter and toxic, and because of that I was accused of propagating dangerous medical practices. And yeah, if they see me do this twice more, my channel will be deleted. It's pretty culturally insensitive that they say, no, I don't care that in your culture you eat this, I consider it toxic and that's why I will strike your YouTube channel. So I'm very careful. In the West, those Laurel cherries are also considered toxic. However, in the Caucasus, where the center of their distribution is, they are being eaten. I've even seen some German book decades ago claimed that in the Caucasus they have edible cultivars. Maybe because the Germans just couldn't believe that people eat this toxic fruit. Well, it's not toxic when fully ripe. At least, okay, the locals where it comes from say that it's not toxic when fully ripe. Please don't delete my channel out of insensitivity to the Caucasian cultures where people have been eating those things for thousands of years. So here you can see the fruits from the big variety, which are more closely related to the wild form, and the fruits from the small variety. The small one has much smaller leaves, more elongated leaves, more dark leaves. Here you can see the leaves next to each other. This branch of the big leafed one actually has small leaves, maybe because it's in the shade. Okay, here again, different shape, different color, different size of the leaves. Well, the fruits have more or less the same shape and the same color, but the ones of the small variety are half the size. Now I'm gonna eat them. If you trust the Caucasian cultures where people eat them, you can risk it. If you rather trust Western people who say that everything that contains some toxins is not edible. Still some bitterness and tartness. The bitterness shows that it contains traces of cyanic acid. So it is kind of toxic. This was one of the big ones, now one of the small ones. More sweet, more sour, more bitter. Just the tartness is the same. Well, some people also eat the seeds or use them to prepare some sweets. Try one seed. Yeah, it's more bitter. That means the cyanide content is higher. That means you cannot eat it in any significant amounts. So yeah, quite interesting. So the small fruits have a slightly stronger color despite being more ripe, I guess. Here I still see a lot of unripe fruits on the big fruited one, but basically nothing unripe, one unripe fruit on the small fruited one. So the small fruited one has a lot of wrinkled fruits. Should be more ripe, still more bitter, more sour, stronger taste. Still I would prefer the big one because the flesh has a nicer texture. Yeah, definitely the big one. The flesh of the big one is more like rubber. Flesh of the small one is a bit too thin. Both are inferior to bird cherries or cherry cultivars in early summer, but now is September where we have almost no cherries, so we are glad about every cherry. Just don't eat them if you think the cyanide in small amounts is toxic. Always be careful with wild fruits where somebody says they're edible and somebody says they are toxic. Better stay on the safe side and don't eat them. Yeah, I don't care if you demonetize me, but don't destroy my channel. There are like 3,000 videos on it. Well, have to be careful nowadays. I mean, people... I saw so many videos recently where people say dog instead of goat or milk instead of black. They're afraid to get into religious problems if they say goat. I mean, if you mention goat and call him dog, as a religious person, I would be much more angry about that. Or if you talk about black people and call them milk people, as a black person, I would also be a lot more annoyed. So, yeah, YouTube censorship and YouTube escapism from censorship getting pretty crazy. My channel might disappear soon because of this, but until then, stay tuned for a lot more fruit videos from the beautiful and incredibly fruit-rich city of Heidelberg. And of course, don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe.